Hello, everyone. I've got with you decide to join me. I didn't. I was getting a little. I was a little nervous going solo, so I messaged her. And what time is it for you right now, Jackie?
It's just gone 11 p.m.
So
You
it's a late night for you.
just dragged me away from the Masters golf.
Oh, that's right. I saw you were watching it yesterday too. So you can take over if I have the little cough attack
If
like
you
I
have a
had
coughing fit, yeah.
before we went live. And I'm sorry, guys. I have a cough drop in my mouth. I was telling Jackie. I said just before going on, I felt like, oh, I don't feel like my voice is good. It's going to be okay. And then I start coughing and bringing
Excellent.
up all
So
the,
if we
yeah,
make you laugh, you're going to cough, yeah?
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what to do,
It's
people?
usually if I laugh or if I try to take in a deep breath and the waves inside start moving and
Nice.
choking.
Oh, oh dear.
I'll
So
look, I'll,
when did you first think, oh my God, I might have COVID?
I didn't think I had it when I went to get tested.
Oh,
When she told me, and I recorded all that, like
yeah, sorry.
when she came back with the paper and all that, that part didn't turn out on my phone. I forgot to unload a whole bunch of stuff, and my phone was full of
Uh,
memory, was full basically in my iCloud, everything. I've got so much garbage in there. Not now. I finally cleaned it, but the lady came back, gives me the test results, and says, and just very nonchalant. Okay, so you're positive, and here's your paper. And it was like she was going to just send me on my way, and I'm like, wait,
I've got
that's
COVID?
it? That's it? Like,
Ah!
first off, I'm a
That's
little
not okay.
surprised, but do you want to check anything else? Ask me any questions? Like,
Oh,
they're just ready to send you on your way.
that's mad.
And it's bizarre. It's bizarre. I could have. They would have just sent me on my way if had I not, said, listen to my breathing. They took the stethoscope, listened to my breathing, did my blood pressure and all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
like you're just it's just a drive-in service, and
I
you
guess they
just kind
figure
of
if you're driving, you're not too ill, but that's mad, isn't
yeah.
it?
And honestly, that day
Oh,
I felt like okay, I just got through 2 days of hell,
yeah.
and I feel good today. Oh, I went downhill fast after that.
Ooh.
Yeah, it got really scary. Breathing is the worst, and then the
Well, that's the scary bit. It's kind of essential, isn't it?
yeah. Especially when you start choking, you can't breathe, and you're literally like I heard people say that they felt like they were panicked or panicking. You do, you really do. Like
You would,
I
yeah.
would sit up real fast in bed, choking, and just was like on the edge of my bed, like panicking because
Oh,
it's like you're like, come on, I gotta breathe, and
yeah.
you can't.
Stick your head out the window or something.
Yeah, yeah. So,
God.
but
Just want to say hello to all your
yeah,
people on the live chat
I wanted to
because
pull this.
I haven't linked up on YouTube, so I can't type to anyone. But hello, everyone.
Yeah, I wanted to pull it up just because I want to make sure it's not. Sometimes it's delayed, but it looks like it's on track with what I'm seeing there. Do you do that? Go into YouTube and choose to look at the chats on YouTube
Yeah.
versus on live stream?
Well, you can't chat, can you, on the live stream?
You can.
Can I?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can. Up top, I think for you, I think it says open. I'm not sure if it says anything
Oh
for
yeah,
you, but
I can chat, or you can. Oh no, it doesn't. It just says comments or private chat.
okay.
That's all right.
Yeah, but as far as that goes, as far as the chat, I was actually very surprised. If you guys, if this is gross or anything, you just tell me, and I'll make sure I mute my mic every time. But yeah, I was very surprised to see everybody that was here, and I think it was like 7 real quick, and now there's 22 people, and it's really no topic or anything. So, but hello to everybody. Hello, View Chaser, Michael Blade, Chili Boo. Chili Boo's just stopping in, so I don't know if he's still here. Dale, David
Tommy.
Reynolds, Greg Trevor, And Thomas Baker.
Wow, look, Michael Blade, his 87-year-old mother-in-law got it and recovered. Whew,
Yeah, I
good.
had spoke to him on one of my posts.
Yeah.
Um, that's scary when it's
Yeah, you don't want it at 87, do you?
yeah, and I'm not gonna sit here and preach on the whole COVID thing, but that is one area I do want to touch base on something with that. I don't want to be this big all of a sudden advocate that hey, take this serious and you guys do this or that. I'm not going to be like that, but
Yeah, but it is serious
there are
though,
some
isn't it?
things I would like to just from my
Yeah.
experience say and point out. But Maddie, Michael, I think I got you. Don, are you still on the road? And Tommy, RPG or RP guy. I was gonna say RPG like a gun. Um, Greg, I got you. Marcel, Charles, Guido, and that's everybody. Um,
Ooh.
and if anybody else would like to just come on here and show your pretty face and smile, I can send you a link. I'll actually put the link in. And if anybody would like to join us and sit up here with me and Jackie,
Yes,
and
come and join us.
you can do so. I'm not going to do this real long because I know my voice isn't going to hold up here. But let me get the link.
So I've got an important question, Chris.
Go
Just
for it.
how far do they stick that cotton bud up your nose?
That's one area I wanted to go, and I'm glad you opened with that. So we'll start right there. Here's the link. Anybody wants to join in, click that. You go in, you'll set up your microphone. It's best usually to have one of these guys. And that way you don't get an echo or anything, but you can get all pre-set up before I drag you in. So it's not hard. If you haven't done it, you want to come on here and join us. And you're a regular within my chats or a subscriber. Yeah, you have to be a subscriber to come join us. You can't just have a free ride here.
Yeah.
But you're more than welcome. So I did the quick rapid test, and you hear all kinds of different things. And I wish I would have asked this question when they did it. They didn't shove it that far up my nose. It felt like it, but when I watched the video, I'm like, no, because I was watching where she was holding it and then kind of gauging the distance.
Yeah, how far? Yeah.
And it felt like they just went like, that far. It didn't.
Yeah.
I felt like a burning in my eyes.
I mean, they make it look like it goes to the back of your blooming brain.
Well, I've seen that to where some people, I think it really does.
People are gagging and go.
I don't know. I've heard for the rapid tests they don't go that far. I've heard that they really don't have to go that far, and that some people that got the regular 2-day test got the same distance as me, or it's looked that way or felt that way, and but everybody kind of was giving mixed information. So I wish I would have asked that question, like, why didn't you just poke my brain and see what they would say?
Oh, I wouldn't have asked that question. She might come.
Well, when she was done, when she was done. But yeah, I was very shocked. Like, I watched some videos. I've seen a lot of videos of people getting their tests, and these people are like fighting to get away from that stick and freaking out. And I was like, if I act like that, I'm not going to publish.
No,
publish this.
Embarrass yourself.
So,
and the other important question we've got to ask you is, I've heard that if you get hospitalised with COVID, and you can tell us if this is true or not, that apparently you get really bad wind.
Well, I think I said that already. I don't know if you read that, but somebody asked about my sense of smell.
I do.
And I assured them my sense of smell was working perfectly because I was quite gassy. Taste did go. Taste went about 50%. It did go a lot.
Yeah.
The things I was eating, I could still taste. So that didn't really go. The biggest signs with me was, in the very beginning, low-grade fever.
Yeah.
Always stayed 101.2 to 101.7, and which I don't know what that falls into for you, like what range that is for you between our differences here from
Yeah. I don't know.
Spain to US, but
70, I suppose.
yeah, I wish it was all one system, just like metric,
Yeah.
and I would be fine with staying metric. It's like we're the one of the very few that aren't metric. But no, I wouldn't say it was like the flu. That's one that just caught my eye real quick, and I'm gonna try to go through the comments here. But yeah, Michael, it definitely wasn't like the flu. For one, anytime I've ever had the flu, which isn't often, I can't tell you the last time I've had the flu, but it was always been like a 24-hour bug. The chills, the sweats, and the achy bones, and it's always like torso area like that. My head was killing me. I get migraines a lot, and I'm used to taking a medication for my migraines. I get 9 pills a month, and I go through those 9 pills every month. So I get a lot of migraines. Migraines suck. This was even worse just because you're sick and you've got a headache on top of it, and it just would not go away.
Nasty.
So it was the headache, low grade temperature, coughing, blowing my nose. Just I could blow my nose every 5 seconds, and it just constantly was going. It was constantly flowing. It's still like that now a lot of times, but it goes in like periods. Usually at night when I lay down. Once you lay down, I guess the fluid and stuff.
Yeah.
The tightness in your chest for breathing, and what adds to that makes it scary is the rapid heartbeat that I had. It was really rapid to where I was almost like chest pains. And then you're afraid. That's one that's like, okay, I think I should go to the hospital. That's one of those ones.
Yeah.
What I want to say to people, don't take this lightly. If you feel any symptoms of a common cold, feel like it's just a flu bug.
Yeah, just
I myself did not think I had it, and I was on my days off. I could have easily that third day gone to work. I felt good enough to go to work, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I went and got tested, and told my boss in HR that I was sick and did have a temperature. Temperature had gone down, and they thankfully said, "Stay home. We're going to put you on emergency pay. Go get tested." So that's what we did, and and the reason I'm stressing that you don't take it lightly is the worst feeling for me was when I pulled in my driveway and got home. My wife's inside.
Oh, you've got to go and tell her.
And it's not the fact of just telling her because, poor me or anything like that. It's not. It's because
then
now I got to worry about her.
Yeah.
And like when I told her, and she was like, "Ugh." And I just I got emotional and not really cried, but I got emotional and was like, I'm sorry, honey,
Yeah.
And I felt terrible. And then she had to go into quarantine. My son had to go into quarantine because he's here at the house living. So like I've seen him once since I've had this. He's been up on his level. He's got his own level of the house. So he's kind of got his own apartment up there.
Yeah.
I've seen him once or twice, and just.
And your wife all right? No symptoms?
Everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. She got tested, but she hasn't got her results back yet, and it's way overdue. So I don't know what's going on there. They screwed up with hers, and hopefully they didn't lose it or whatever. But she's waiting because she's got to let her job know because she's working from home.
Yeah.
So let me mute this a second and do a little quick blow.
I told him not to leave me. Don't like being on my own on the camera. What am I supposed to say and do? Hurry up.
You do a little dance, sing a little song. You get down tonight, Jackie. Come on. So, going through in the chat here, there was, I think, a few that I wanted to grab early. I hate when I do that and I have to go back up and look. Chad was going to try to pop in. He's alone. He's solo with the kids tonight doing dinner. So he may pop in.
Michael says, where am I from? I'm from Kent in the UK, but I currently live in Spain, sunny Spain.
Yeah, I take that for granted since you were on before. Not everybody would have been here and seen that. So just give a little something about yourself real quick here, Jackie. A little background bio.
Okay. My channel is called, where's the arrow? Backpack Jack. Yeah, I obviously like drones. I haven't got as many as Chris, but see that little blue one just over his shoulder? He's going to send that to me, aren't you, Chris? Yes. That's the one I want. I've got a Mavic Platinum Pro, which I can't fly very far at the moment because we're not in lockdown as such here, but we're confined to our town. And there's not really anywhere I can fly at the minute except for one hill. So I haven't been out much lately.
Yeah, that would be tough for me, and I would be the one that would fly too far, then have an issue where I'd have to go get it and then couldn't go get it.
On that.
I'd be that guy. Since I'm the bad don't fly line of sight person. Let me ask you that, Jackie. Not to make this all drone politics, but can you see your drone all the time while you're flying it?
Well, I sort of, there's a yes and a no to that, because yes, if I looked up I could see it, because I never let my drone out my sight because I'm a scaredy pants. But no, because when I'm looking at the screen, who's looking at the drone?
Exactly.
Yeah? But I know exactly where it is. But I do lose it occasionally in the sunlight. I kind of lose it.
I can have it in line of sight. I can, Yeah, I can keep it there to where I can see it perfectly. But I'm always on my phone. And then when I go and look back up, it's like, where the hell is it?
That's actually, you have to do that to see what the drone's seeing, to see that you're going the way you want to go. So you get double the information by looking
and to get your
away
shot.
from it, don't you?
Yeah, like you there's no way you could know you're getting your shot or not.
No, without checking. Yeah.
Right. So, and I'm glad you answered exactly like that, because that's what my whole thing was. That was one thing I was saying. There's one of the loopholes right there. It's none of us are really flying line of sight.
Yeah, none of us are we?
The quad technically is there, but how much safer is it if I'm just not looking at it versus, being close to me or further away? That's a loophole I think is
silly, isn't
very
it?
arguable. Obvious out of line of sight would be when you go out and fly like 5 miles, but
no, I wouldn't do that. No way. I get nervous. If I do go out of my range of my eyesight, I panic and bring it straight back.
See, I love it. Like, I love going far out, pushing the edge, and sometimes that's bit me.
Yeah, but you're a millionaire. You have hundreds of drones.
I'm not a millionaire.
You wouldn't hurt me if I actually lose one or two.
I'm not a millionaire. I wish I was. I wouldn't be working. Wouldn't be on emergency pay right now. And what I do is I wait for those quarterly bonuses, which actually just came today, this Friday's payday. And our quarterly bonus is this payday. So it's in savings. And
it's a well-timed one then for you.
I don't need to buy anything right now, though. Like, I went and bought this little guy. And this is all he's done is just sat here. I mean,
but he's
still got some of the stickers on him. I mean,
he's sat there waiting for him to get better, isn't he?
He might have got me sick, because I got him the day I got sick. That's one of the new features, I think.
Well, comes with COVID. Great.
Yes. Exactly. So now, actually, that's the other thing is, I don't know if anybody asked, like, a couple people had asked me and sending me private messages, or maybe in my posts, I don't remember, is do you think you know where you got it, who you
Yeah, I did as
contracted it
well.
from? I swear it's
It
from
said work.
voting. I swear it's when I went to vote.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
that lines up.
I thought
That
you thought
lines
you
up
got it
good.
from work.
I was kind of thinking that, but the way they play things at work, I feel the safest, I think, at work. Um, we're big on the social distancing. Everybody's masked up.
Mm.
It's a company that already has very strict standards
Oh,
in being clean and all that, because they have food products, beverage
yeah,
products, things like that, condiments and things like that. So um, I and plus we've had so very little outbreaks, so or cases. So
yeah.
it's a company of 20,000 employees. I don't know what the total number of cases are, but up in our area at the corporate campus, it's been very good. So
That's something.
I've always felt very safe going to work. I really
Mm.
feel like it was from when I went and voted.
Wow.
Given all this time that we've been in this whole pandemic, I think just it's hit a phase of relaxation and people being too comfortable,
Yeah,
because like
people have
I'm
got
walking up the
complacent.
sidewalk where I voted. It was a church,
Yeah.
and so I'm walking up the sidewalk of the church, and there's just all these people standing there with their signs and stuff, and wanting to give you buttons and pins and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not gonna take that from you, like, and talking without masks and stuff, because they're outside. It has nothing to
Yeah.
do with being inside or out. It's when you're up in somebody's face sitting there
Yeah.
talking. So it's like stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's how it kind of was in there, and everybody's sharing pins. I didn't think about taking my own pin. My wife did,
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't, would
but
you?
everybody's sharing pins, and they're like, put it in the basket where we clean them. And I just kind of kept an eye on that
Oh,
basket for the
oh, yeah.
remaining
Got people
time I
hands
was in
back
there,
then.
and I watched them, and they literally just kind of like that.
Right.
I better wipe that off better later. This is my snot
Oh,
rag.
to hold your pen like this would be tough. Yeah, just.
You know what? And I should have gone in with gloves. I really should have.
Uh,
I mean, I
yeah.
kept my mask on. I've got a really good mask,
Yeah.
and a mask that actually works. So, or I
Oh,
think it does. So, I mean, it's the right rating and
mm,
everything. So,
just
um,
unlucky, I guess.
I've got somebody here, Greg Trevor. I'm going to bring him in. Greg, Greg does. You would get along well with Greg. He's a graphics. He owns his own company, I believe, doing graphic arts.
Cool.
So he's helped me out from time to time whenever I'm trying to learn or I get lazy, and I'm like, hey, Greg, can you make this PNG for me? Well, let's pull him in. Hey, Greg,
Cheers. Can you hear me?
how's it going, buddy? Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
All
see.
right.
I
Oh,
can
I
see
can see
half of
half
you.
of you. Oh,
There
that's
you
good.
Sorry.
are.
What's
Looks like
happening?
you got some nice weather, buddy.
Yeah. It's nice and fall-like,
Sunny
but
California.
it's about 70 and
Wow.
sunny.
Yeah,
We had
he's out in
a
California.
yeah, Southern California. We had a
What
wind
day is it
event.
there? Is it still Saturday where you are?
No, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
Pizza night.
Now he's like 3 hours behind me.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
3
three
hours.
hours behind me.
Yeah, we had a pretty bad windstorm here last week, and it's nice to have a few calm days because it took off the back part of my roof, so I had dealing with that with the insurance
Good
company and
times.
stuff. So yeah, how you feeling, buddy?
Better, much better.
Good.
Just got the junk in my chest and nose,
Uh-huh.
and
That's a
stupid
bit
cough. I
carried
just wish I
away.
could get rid of the cough, and I would feel much better. Fatigue completely sucks, and today I
Yeah.
kind of overdosed on the
Uh,
vitamins and zinc,
Oh.
and and my
You taking the
my
vitamin
boost,
D?
my boost. Yeah, it's I'm
vitamin D
taking.
they say is important, don't they?
What's
Yeah.
that?
You get that from the sun anyway, don't you? Vitamin D.
Yes.
If you're out in it,
Yeah.
and it would have been great during the time I was sick because I haven't had so much beautiful weather as I've had while I've been sick. I mean, it has been gorgeous. The beginning and then today is like
Yeah.
spring outside.
Proper nice drone flying weather.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
take the ones I have here are C, D, mainly C, D, and zinc, and I drink my Boost and my Gatorade, and
Vitamin IPA.
you jerk.
He's got his Gatorade. Yeah.
I did in the very beginning. In the very beginning, I woke up coughing at night before I got tested, and thought, okay, I just have this cough. But I woke up coughing one night, and I did come down and grab the jug and take a thumb tilt and a big swig so I could go back to sleep and stop coughing. That was my cough medicine.
There you go.
So,
Awesome.
but did you mail a package today?
I didn't mail it today. It's ready to go. I'm gonna.
Greg had a little Xeno boo boo, broken leg.
Oh dear.
So it's
Little
coming
He'll fix
incident.
it. He's good at fixing things.
Yeah, I
It's
can't
coming
wait.
Here. It's coming
Yeah.
here. So.
Thank you
And
so much.
I owe Greg, so he's the guy I can ask. Like I told you, I can ask him help me out real quick when I'm trying to put together something, and boom, one thing I recall when I was with my mom, caring for my mom, I needed something. I was going to go live or something. He's like, just go sit down with your mom. I got this. So he's awesome. And then boom. And the other thing with Greg is I don't have to tell him anything. Like if I want a banner for my group, he's made the banners in my groups. So if I want the banner, a background banner for my group, I just basically tell him. I mean, just that's what I want. That's all you really. I always have to tell him, and then he comes up with the stuff, and it's exactly what I would have wanted. Like I never am like, make a change here, make a change there.
Yeah.
So
That was like 2 peas in a pod.
So that's going to be my payback to you, buddy.
Awesome. Yeah.
And we've yet to have our phone call because I've been trying to call
Yes.
you since before I got this, or try to get in touch with you. I think you were on a trip in the beginning too, right?
It was a pretty crazy week. Well, we do. It was around Halloween. It gets a little crazy around here at Halloween because we have a Nightmare Before Christmas themed house that we set up, and this year obviously was different, social distancing and all that stuff. We still set up everything, and we had a lot of people driving by and coming to visit. Social distancing, of course. And we created a Skellislide 3000, which was made out of rain gutters and a skull that we stood on the top of in front of our garage door, and then put it up on an angle and then slid the candy down your kids' bags. So they're like 12 people.
Good idea.
Good way of
I
social
love it.
distance delivery, isn't it? Nice
Exactly. Yeah.
one.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and we're featured every year in the local paper. So we couldn't disappoint this year. So we were pretty busy with that. And then that windstorm happened, and man, it blew so hard here. I've never seen the wind blow that hard.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Santa Ana winds. They're crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. I needed a new roof anyway. So, hopefully the insurance company is watching.
Thank Mother Nature and the insurance company. Trust me,
Right.
you've paid for it.
hand.
You've paid for it, especially out there in California. Insurance rates are higher, so you've paid for it.
Yeah, they are. That's true. Yeah.
So, like I had what's called a microburst. It almost felt like we had a tornado, but it was just on my house. Like the houses around me were perfectly fine, but it just came through a microburst.
Wow.
Took out like 12 trees, I think it was.
Wow.
They hit my house. They landed on the church across the street, landed on people's cars. $80,000 worth of damage.
Wow.
From this quick little quick little microburst.
Nice.
So insurance
Holy
covered
mackerel.
every bit of it, and I was so happy about that.
Wow.
So, and I parked my riding lawnmower in the perfect spot because it got hit, and I got a brand new riding lawnmower.
Oh, nice.
It was one of those times I didn't put it away, and a tree turned it into a banana. So, Chad's here. Let's pull Chad in along here. We're getting a packed house here. And then I'm gonna cough. I'm gonna mute my mic and cough.
Oh, the cough button.
And then the cough button. And then I'm gonna go back to the chat. Here's Chad.
Hello, hello, hello. What's going on?
Hey.
What's going on, Jackie? What's going on, Greg?
Hey, how are you?
All right, how you doing? Nice to see you.
All right.
Yeah.
You too.
What's going on? What did I miss?
Must have been something you said because he's gone now.
Yeah, right. Put me on and then he leaves, right?
Yeah, that's charming.
Yeah. So what's up? What did I miss?
Yeah, I'm allergic to you.
Yeah.
We were talking wind events like microbursts and Santa Ana
And then
winds.
you
and how they
blew
damaged our
in.
home. Yeah.
Mhm.
And you breezed into the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, talking of wind,
And Greg
Chris
changed his
moved
location.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
the
quick.
the guys came. The gardeners are out there, so I didn't want to. They got their weed whackers going. So
Mhm.
yeah, Chris, your new drone, the little Mini 2, that's
Yes.
supposed to not be very good in the wind, so I've heard. Are you
Well, they're
worried?
supposed to be better.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm gonna pull these little stickers off now.
Mhm.
They're supposed to be better. It does have a stiffer prop.
Yeah. What than
Changed the
the
prop,
original
but
Mini?
increased the power to the ESCs a little bit to hold that to work better with the GPS hold in windy conditions.
Oh.
But I just can't. I can't say, Chad, you've flown yours, but you didn't have wind, right?
No, I haven't had any. No,
Okay.
when?
But there are some tests out there in the wind, and I'm sure we'll have the traditional wind blowers, the ones that hold the wind blowers up on the drone, which doesn't give you real life, but it's fun to watch.
That's funny.
But yes, Jackie, it's supposed to be better in the wind, and I'll definitely get to test that here because we definitely get some wind. So I've had so many ideas that in the very beginning, you just want to jump out there with it as soon as you get it. And I got it the day after release. Was it the day after release, Chad?
It was, it was a day.
And then he got ill.
Then I got sick. And there's like all these things you want to be the first on or among the first on
You
that you want to get off
though.
your list. And then you can relax and just do whatever the hell you want with it and publish it.
Oh, not with this.
So I didn't get to do any of those. There was like 3 things I wanted to do. Didn't get to do any of them. One of them was definitely with the wind. And then one was something to do with this in the original Mini.
So when do you think you'll get out and fly? When do you feel you'll be well enough?
I probably would have tried to go out today had I not slept till noon.
what a loser!
I was up at whatever hour. I stayed up late finishing Game of Thrones. I watched the whole series all over again. So I finished that, and then I went to sleep, woke up in the middle of the night choking, and I sat up on the edge of my bed, and once you get through everything, you're wide awake.
Mm-hmm.
So I started watching, I forgot the name of it, some movie about playing chess.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I forgot the name of it, something Queen or I don't know. But
I'll pass on that.
Chuck Norris in that one?
Yeah, it's actually an English show.
Oh,
it's a series, but I think it is. No, it isn't. I watched so many I can't tell you. I'm so bad. I watch a ton of stuff on TV. But started watching that, and next thing you know, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, shit, I better get some sleep. So I slept till noon. So I'm not real good at making long story shorts here. I get into something.
The answer to the question tomorrow, the next day, maybe.
Anybody, if you've got a question or a comment,
The Queen's Gambit.
Thank you. That's it. Watch it. I like that. It's really good. I like it. The girl that plays the chess player, the character they made her is really good. A little drug addicted 14-year-old. She's in a where you get put up for adoption.
An orphanage?
An orphanage, thank you. She's in an orphanage, and back then in the 60s or 70s, whenever this is supposed to be, they tranquilized you and stuff like that. Well, she was kind of addicted to the tranquilizers, but she was a super smart kid, but they really helped her to memorize the game of chess, which she never played before, and she remembered anything she read or was told or physically did. So she became this incredible chess player. So I'm only on a couple episodes of that, but it's really good, really good.
Cool.
But she's a very good character. So yeah, Queen's Gambit. But yeah, anybody have a comment or message that you put in that I missed, which is all of them, but that you really want to put up there as maybe it's an important point, comment, important thing you want to put out there about what Jackie and I were mainly talking about with COVID, or anything you want to ask me, anything you want to ask any of them, put it back up in the comment, repeat yourself, and I'll catch it.
So are you in isolation now?
What's that?
Are you in isolation now?
Yeah.
Do you have to get retested?
No, and that's the thing. Like my job, you don't have to get retested, and even my doctor said don't worry about it. And the place I got tested at, they said you go back to work in a certain amount of days. It's 14 days.
Yeah.
14 days after you test positive.
So
you just go back to work. Now, I mean, they take our temperature and stuff before you walk into the facility at work, but that's all I need to do.
Because no one said, how long is COVID contagious for? Does anyone know that?
I would probably, from what I read, like, I don't know, because like my wife told me something completely different today. People that have tested negative and then go back, that have gone there where their jobs require them to get tested more often and pay for it, have gone and tested positive, negative, positive. So there's an inaccuracy flaw there probably, but I don't know. There's, I think, too much too new about this. But you can go and read up on that, and you'll hear different answers for all kinds of stuff. And unless you're following one specific doctor, I forgot, was it Dr. Fauci or whatever? He's like the leading doctor on this, at least in the U.S.
Dr.
Is that
Fauci.
his name?
Fauci, yeah.
Fauci, yeah.
Yeah, like he's the god of COVID. He's who you follow for the word. So if you go by his scriptures, then I guess what he says is code. Is. Yeah.
So what do you think about the vaccine? Because people seem to be for it or against it. Which category
it's scary.
Do you fall into?
It's scary. Like, I mean, I get the flu vaccine, but I am more into staying away from that kind of stuff because you're getting injected with a
small dose of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't that the same with
this is fairly new to us. I mean, this is only a few years. Sure, it's probably come around before. Maybe we didn't know about it before it got its name, but it could have been called some other stream of the flu or something like that. But I don't want to be first in line. So yeah, I'm not I'm for it if it's something effective, but
Yeah.
more and more people live today on the frickin' conspiracy theories. And
Yeah.
sorry, I don't want to interfere. Offend anybody, but the conspiracy theories of they're drugging us for this reason or that reason, mind control, trying to kill us all off and knock the population down. They're giving me this so the world will be flat. I don't know.
Yeah, flat earthers.
Which now I'm starting to believe the world's flat.
Don't
Earth is
know.
flat.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh boy. So,
David Reynolds had a
Vlad.
question about if we don't plan on flying our drones over the winter, is there any special way to store the battery that you would?
Storage mode. You don't even have to. I don't know. You've got storage mode for smart chargers, but our drones, like pretty much everything behind me, yeah, I don't put any of those on my hobby grade charger. But if you use a hobby grade charger, or you have the chargers that come with yours, well, those don't even give you readings, but you can look at your app to see what your battery percentage is. My rule of thumb is anything under 50%, put it away and don't worry about it. That's what I do, and it's probably a lot quicker and easier, safer to just go ahead and discharge it with the actual quad, even if you just send it out there and hover. Because I know when I use my hobby grade charger, wires heat up. It seems like it gets a lot harder doing a discharge than it does charging them. So you can only discharge safely. For me, I'm comfortable just doing it at one amp. That takes forever to do a discharge down to whatever level I have it set for. But yeah, I would say anything under 50%. Maybe not under 25%. I don't know. So, is that what you do, Chad?
When I store it, yeah, they like the drones I do have. Sorry, I was just doing something. But yeah, the drones that other drones I have, the ones that I'm not flying, they normally are below 50%. I just fly them out and then drain the battery and then just store it. If I'm not going to fly it, don't plan to fly it.
And if you're one that is like me that goes as close to zero, if not zero, make sure you do put some charge back into it. I don't go out and do those flights and then pack it all up and let the batteries sit.
Oh, I do. I'm terrible. I use my batteries.
You charge your batteries and go to bed.
And then the night before I'm going out flying next, I whack them on and go to bed. Yeah.
That's scary, Jack. You got to stop that. You need to go online and order an ammo box. And cut you a little tool, which you're going to probably need to buy a little tool because I've seen your toolbox with the spider webs. But cut a little notch in the top of an ammo box where the cord can just fit. Close that sucker down and lock it. It can catch on fire in there and it would put it right out. No oxygen. But yeah, use an ammo box. I've even got welding mats.
So bung it in the ammo box, switch the batteries on, and then go to bed, yeah?
Yes. And sleep sound. Sleep nice and peaceful, not worrying about your house. Once you see people, have you seen people where their houses have burned down from it? Yeah. Nope. In my Hubson group, I recently had a guy, I think it was the Hubson group, maybe the QC Drone Home, but I had a guy that he lost his house. His whole house got burned up. He was probably doing it as safe as he thought he could. By doing it in his garage and maybe on his workbench and keeping stuff away. But the way those suckers go up, they're going to eat through and burn whatever's under them. And he lost his house.
Whoa.
He's got a wife and kids and stuff too. So
I'll make the effort to charge them up at least while I'm awake before I go to bed.
Yeah, like I do that all the time here in my office. I'm charging them. They're just sitting on the wood floor right here, but I'm here.
Yeah.
So if anything did happen, I do have this welding mat that usually I'll lay that out, but
You could grab them and fling them out
it's
in the garden.
almost you can literally torch this mat and it won't burn. It's fire proof, retardant, whatever. But it's got an itchiness to it, like fiberglass. So I don't always grab it a lot. I don't like have a set place for it, but I've got it sitting in my shelves down here, and that's probably the smartest thing for me to do. But if it were to go poof while I was sitting here, I could at least smother it out. Or run with the flaming batteries out the front door.
My dad did that with a chip pan once that caught fire. He flung it out in the garden. It scared the guinea pig we had in the garden. But the house was safe.
What were you going to say, Chad?
No, I'm just saying I normally, every time I charge my batteries, I charge it on the granite. I mean, that's about as safe as I can get. Mm-hmm. So if it does,
worst case scenario, replace a piece of granite.
Yeah. So.
And an awful bunch of smoke and smell. Boy, they let out a hell of a lot of smoke.
Wow. Yeah. Not good. Right, guys, I'm going to leave you because it's 10 to midnight here. Past my bedtime. All
right.
It was so nice to speak to you, Jackie.
This one was all right, so that's all good.
Thank you for coming on, Jackie.
Nice to see you again, Jackie.
And you, Chad, and nice to meet you, Greg. And hello to everyone who's chatting away. I'll see you soon.
All right,
take care.
All right.
Take care.
Over on the chat, this is a window that always bugs me. Can we do? There we go. That's better.
David Blakeman says he's another COVID quarantine guy. He discovered he had it on Sunday when he couldn't smell any peanut butter. How's your sense of smell?
Smell was that's what Jackie asked about gas and smell, because she said she heard you get a little she heard you get a little winded. And I did. And since the smell was working perfectly, it was taste. Taste was about 50%. I would say, just throwing a number out there. So,
wow.
Crazy.
But
yeah, the numbers are ticking up a lot now.
Oh, they are.
This is crazy.
I think that goes back to my saying that you kind of get into this relaxed mode. You get so used to this COVID, and as things in certain places start kind of opening back up and trying to get back to normalcy, then you mentally you get this normalcy feeling where you feel like, you know, it's okay to be closer to people and things like that. And in reality, I mean, while I'm in this house with my son and my wife, we should all always continue practicing that social distancing, because she's going off to work, I'm going off to work, he's going off to work, and we're around other people. And then we come back home. So, yeah, a lot more numbers, and I don't see that changing, because, I mean, everywhere you go, you see it. I mean, the crowds and the people, they're very relaxed, and you know, not blaming them, it's easy to do, but awareness needs to keep being pushed.
Yep.
That just as a reminder, hey, everybody knock it off. But, you know, just like, I had planned weeks back to go to Virginia with my siblings and all the nieces and nephews and everything, and we were all just going to get together as a family. Since my mom passed originally, that was going to be to spread her and my dad's ashes. But we decided, because of all the fall foliage in Virginia, up in the mountains there near Dawn, that it's just too crowded, and we wouldn't have the nice privacy and intimate kind of setting we wanted. So they kept the house that we rented, and everybody was still going. and I didn't go. Me, my family, we stayed home. We stayed out of that because others aren't practicing social distancing, or they're just, going a part of their normal lives, trying to practice social distancing, but you're still in contact with things and people. So we chose not to go put ourselves all in one house, a 3-bedroom house with, I forgot how many of us it would have been, but it wouldn't have been a smart thing to do at all. So, but fortunately, all of them are healthy, and me playing it as safe as I can, here I'm the one that goes and gets it. So
It's always the way.
yeah.
What about Thanksgiving for you guys? Are you gonna tone it down a little bit for that as well?
Yeah, my daughter's in Ohio, so she's gonna stay there. Or no, actually, they're going to Utah to my new son-in-law. I have a new son-in-law.
Oh yeah, that's right. Congratulations.
Thank you. I still got to get used to saying that. It's weird saying son-in-law. But they're going to Utah, where he's from, to be with his family. So a little nervous with her going and traveling like that because she's a teacher. But it'll just be me, my wife, and I'm assuming both my sons. My other son lives here, but he's been living at his girlfriend's family's house because he works in Pittsburgh, and they live in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So he's been staying there, and he used to come home like half a week and go there half a week. But since I got sick, he just hasn't, of course, come home. So I haven't seen him in a while. So yeah, it'll probably be 3 or 4 of us.
Oh, okay.
Where are they? They're in Ohio now, you said? Your daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How about you, Chad? You have your normal Thanksgiving or toned down?
Yeah, we don't even have any plans yet. We don't even know if we want to stay. Normally, we just stay and have Thanksgiving here. I don't think we still don't have any plans, but I don't think that we're going to go anywhere either. So,
Right.
Yeah, my wife doesn't feel like cooking. Even though, it's both of us cooking, but she doesn't feel like doing anything. So I don't know where we might just go to, I don't know, a restaurant. It's like, I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know.
Yeah, we do. Rory's parents, who are in their 80s, we always go to their house. We're gonna keep doing it the same because California has laid out their rules for celebrating Thanksgiving. And it's no more than 3 households per gathering, which works for us because we've just got Rory and her sister and her husband and the parents, and you're supposed to wear a mask. You got to dine outside. No jumping up and down. I don't know what that one's about, but that was one of the rules.
Maybe.
So we're gonna keep it toned down, and they want us to keep it the celebration to under 3 hours. So eat your turkey and get that out.
No kicking back on the couch and taking a nap.
No, none of that. No.
The jumping must be so you're not getting your breathing up and huffing and puffing on everybody.
Yeah,
that was a weird one to throw in. No jumping.
So you're
up
not
and down.
you're not going to be doing your annual jumping jacks and.
No, I was gonna the mini tramp
dancing
staying in the car. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
There was one I wanted to pop up here. Maddie popped up. The penalties, yeah. There almost should be, I think, at this point. Only because how many times have you guys gone somewhere, you like walk into a store and there's that guy with no mask and he's got to be the town crier and make sure he's like making sure he's telling everybody that, this is BS. It's fake. This
Not
is
going to
just a
hold me down.
flu. I don't need to wear a mask. And you always have those guys out in public, especially when you're walking into a small store or something like that.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that definitely like you should be able to call the police on them and then get a strict fine or something, and they'll be wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope it doesn't come to that, but it's a simple thing, you know.
It really is. Like, come on, we've been in this how long? It's like I have to wear one 10 hours a day.
Yeah,
just at work.
That's gotta be awful. And but
it's normal now though. Like I remember my ears were hurting all the time, and the backs of my ears, nose. And I thought I was gonna have a duckbill nose, but now it's just a normal thing. You get in the car, you've got a couple sitting there. And...
Yeah, always some extras in your pockets of your coats and stuff like that. And try telling somebody to go around without wearing a seatbelt. It's kind of what I compare it to. It's just a normal, just a normal thing,
Yeah.
So,
and not only that, you're wearing the mask to protect me.
Right.
So
exactly.
Like you're in here in this little store, blowing smoke and telling everybody you don't have to wear a mask. Yes, you do, because it's for my protection. That's more so what it is. So that kind of stuff just pisses me off. Just to go through and wear a simple mask, and whether you like it or not, just everybody's doing it, man.
I know my rights.
Yeah. So
you can't make me wear masks. I know my rights. Oh, man. Please, you got more pressing things to worry about than just wearing a damn mask. Just wear the damn mask. God damn.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna take my guns. You ain't gonna take my guns, and you ain't gonna make me wear a mask.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you can't tell me where I can fly my drone neither.
I'm with you on that one.
It was
when we get into all these new drone regulations, where we're going to start paying more for drones because we got to have them outfitted with the restrictions or the tracking, or what is it? You're only going to be allowed to fly in drone bubbles, basically,
or AMA field, or I don't think that.
I'm going to be the guy that's trying to go against that every ounce I can. Whatever I have, it's gonna try to fly. If it can't fly, I'm gonna try to get out of that shit.
Yeah,
but not put it on my channel and advertise it, because where I'm flying, nobody cares. Nobody sees me. I'm out there by myself all the time. So,
exactly.
As I used to always say, or was always saying in these videos, I'm out here in Bigfoot country, and it cracks me up how many people really think I really think that. Like, I believe in Bigfoot and he's out here. No, he's not. Here in Pennsylvania, there's a bunch of crazy loons that think they recently saw him, but
you have the Jersey Devil out there.
The Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
No, I don't have the Jersey Devil. Not in Pennsylvania.
The skunk ape?
You have to worry about
Yeti.
Yeti, yeah. You have to worry about more of the people than you do anything like that. The fictitious, fictitious stuff.
Yeah, with all the cameras and stuff. Now with everybody has a camera. You'd think that if there was a Bigfoot, there'd be a lot of pictures of it.
Well, I think you said that in my. I think you were the one that said that, weren't you? And I told you it was you, or maybe Donald, in one of my posts about Bigfoot. I shared that somebody up in I think State College area near Penn State, I think, had a sighting. And I think you said that, or somebody did. You or Dennis, but I said, oh, he's invisible to mirrors and cameras. So,
No. Mhm.
but like people really thought I was being serious. Like I believe in him and he's invisible to cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah. Pretty crazy obsession.
No
So
mask,
what do you,
$200 fine. I'm fine with that. Unless that means when you pull it down under your nose. Because sometimes I do that.
What is considered not wearing a mask? Like,
I'm guilty of that. Like I'm guilty of actually sliding it down because sometimes you just feel like you can't breathe if you're
yeah.
really active wearing them.
especially if you wear glasses,
Oh yeah.
they get fogged up. They get fogged up. I mean, so fast.
Yeah.
You know, if
One
you're doing
area,
any kind of
one area where I work, they keep it. Well, I go into giant freezers and refrigeration if there's something broken that needs fixed. But there's one area where they actually put together like ready-made, ready-to-eat sandwiches and wraps and
okay,
do all their condiments and all their stuff,
right,
mac and cheese
food
and
on the
things like
go
that.
and stuff like that.
You go in there, it's cold. It's cold. I think they keep it at 60. I mean, at 36 or 34 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And these people working this all day long. I just go in there when something's broken and they call me on the radio, and that short bit of time I'm in there, I'm going nuts because that cold air, the hot air coming out of your mouth, your glasses
Fogging
are steaming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's hard. And if I'm alone and I'm like in an electrical panel or something, I definitely make sure I pull my mask down because I don't want to be inside a high voltage panel kind of feeling my way around.
Yeah.
So,
How's your company's their protocol and stuff on the wearing in lieu of a mask, wearing the face shield instead?
a lot of people wear the shields, and that's the people that have a little bit of a breathing condition, or just feel claustrophobic. Some people,
Right.
or just more comfortable or preference. Anybody can wear a shield, and a lot of people actually wear the shield. I don't know that I've seen anybody in the cold area wearing them though. I think they might fog up a little bit to your breathing. But you can wear mask or shield, one or the other. Okay. And the great thing about my company, aside from like me being off and them putting me on emergency pay right away, I'm getting paid 100%.
Yeah, that's good.
Even if I wasn't positive and I just had the scare, like, I have a temperature, I think I might need to get tested, they put you into emergency pay and say stay home. And but that, and anybody that's pregnant, anybody with any type of thing like asthma, breathing issues, things like that, they have not been to work throughout this whole pandemic. And been completely paid.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome company.
That is a great company. Yeah.
Sheets is the best.
That's awesome.
They got good sandwiches too.
If you look, we're always voted right up there towards the top of the top 20, I think it is, companies to work for in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We're always in that top area of top 20. So I mean, they really are. It's we're pretty much just the East Coast. We're moving into Ohio a lot right now, but a total of 20,000 employees and taking care of everybody.
Cool.
So I wish I would have got this job when I first moved here back in 2005.
How
long you been there?
2005, 06, I moved here. Instead, I went to work for frickin' Pepsi, and that's the worst company to work for.
Oh, was your company on the list of essential businesses?
Yes. Yeah, because what Sheetz is convenience stores and gas stations.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now, I don't work at a convenience store or gas station. I work at the corporate headquarters, basically. It's a big campus of distributing and offices and production and things like that. it's a huge facility. So I'm there, but we have to stay open to feed all the stores because they are essential for gas mainly. In the beginning of this, we cut off, like, our soda fountains were all cut off, coffee was cut off, certain things, like you couldn't get donuts anymore, things like that. Anything that was open container or anything like that, exposed.
Sure. Right. Gotcha.
So I don't know if it's really impacted them bad. I don't think it has, because it's so much nicer to go to a convenience store than it is to a big grocery store where there are a ton of people.
Crowds.
So
Yep.
And everybody needs to get gas, so
Right.
that hasn't changed. I can tell what the company's doing based off of my bonus. My bonuses are based off of what the company brought in that quarter. So there's been a few pretty hard hits, but for the most part, we've kind of stayed pretty normal. So that's good.
Nice. It's nice that you get bonuses.
That's what supports my addiction. The hobby addiction, guys. I didn't want Greg to start sharing his stories with me. Oh, what are you addicted to? Like, maybe we use the same pipe or something. Excuse me, guys.
Maddie,
So where
Maddie
I'm at
down
right
under.
now, this annoying cough, this is basically where I was right in the very beginning when you and I were talking, like video calling and talking, right, Chad?
I'm sorry, I was just reading the question. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Remember how when I started out before I got sick and tested, I just kind of had this cough where I'm at right now. This is exactly.
Yeah. I remember that day when you were coming home from work. We were chatting as you were coming home, and
That was Wednesday.
yeah, you had a little cough, and hold on 1 second, let me mute. You hear the kids in the background?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
hold
go
tight.
look at some of the messages here. Everybody bailed on me at one time. Wow, a lot of people I don't recognize unless you've changed your name, but Drone Rise, I think you were Drone Rise Photography. I think you were in on one of my other chats before, but you're fairly new for sure. Maddie Down Under, you're fairly new. But again, I think you were in another one of my lives. Roy, you've been around a little while. David Blankenship, you've been around a while. Vladimir, you've been around forever. You and I go back since pretty much the beginning of me doing this, before YouTube. Mark W. Love News Talk. ZB, Marcus Lush, Weeknights, David, what? Marcus Lush. Sorry, buddy. I'm lost on that one. Every single email he gets begins with Marcus. Oh. That they were talking amongst themselves, so I don't know what that conversation's all about. Hello, JSK Enterprises, welcome. DTC, you're a bit new. So yeah, it's nice to see the newbies coming into the chats. Yeah. And sorry that it's just kind of me coughing and talking about COVID. But you got good people, you got good guests. Like, come on. Having Greg on, having Jackie on, and usually it's always me and Chad, but you look around at a lot of these regular live shows that just come on and sit and talk about no real hot topic or anything like that. I got the best of them tonight.
Yeah. So you want to talk a little bit about my crash?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
First off, it's a regular Xeno.
Regular Xeno.
The regular original Xeno. You were up in the air. How high were you?
Right. I was about 40 feet.
And she dropped onto the pavement.
I just took off, hovered for a little bit, like made sure I get my, everything's working, and then was doing an out
Gain
and
on your
back, or up and back.
satellites.
Yeah, I had 16 satellites, and I started to go up and back, and it just went, and the motors cut off, and it dropped to the pavement. And wow!
Okay, so,
So
all I did was tell you to send it to me. I have yet to talk to you about what you think. What do you think happened?
Well, I wasn't recording my screen at the time, which I always do, which I'm a little bummed about. But I looked at the flight log, and it was only in the air for approximately 45 to 48 seconds. And between the time when I can't figure out, I haven't looked at it with a fine microscope, but I believe that the two screenshots I put up on Facebook of the flight log, I showed that at 39 seconds everything was hunky dory. Battery was at 80% or close to 79%, and then the next screen was where I don't know if that was disconnected on the HD and the controller at the time of impact or just before, but I'm starting to lean towards the dreaded Hudson battery fail, because
what are you using as a charger?
I'm using a B6 2 version 2, I think, the blue one. So I'm pretty diligent about monitoring my batteries as the L8 LIHVs as they're, I took your advice and I keep checking it throughout the process to make sure none
That's
of the
where I was
cells
going.
Yeah.
Have you taken that battery and put it on there and then gone like a quarter of the way and halfway through the charge and checked the cell health?
I haven't done that yet, but I do notice this is my original battery, battery 1. And I just noticed yesterday when I took it home, it's a little puffy.
Does it feel tight putting it into the Xeno? Oh yeah, you can see it.
You see it?
Yeah, if you angle it a hair, yeah.
Yeah. You see how it's bulging a little bit?
Yep.
So I'm guessing that's the culprit. It's just an old battery. It's been through too many
I'd be
cycles.
interested to see what you get out of that in charging it, just to see.
Okay.
If you do see a good percentage drop in that center cell, it'll almost guarantee that it's the center cell.
Yes.
That's going to be low compared to the others, and that's the one probably dropped out, kicked in your safety circuit, shut the quad down, and sent it down.
Yeah. Real safe.
Yeah, isn't it? Don't you love training wheels? I call all that kind of shit training wheels.
Yeah.
All these companies, the original Mino, Mavic and Xeno, I just put together. The original. I don't know how I even did that without thinking about it. The original Mavic Mini, the stupid, hey, hurry up and land and change your prop warnings. Because the ESC the ESC would pick up they had it tuned to where if the ESC had a fluctuation drop or increase maybe in voltage, that it would give you that message telling you, hey, bad prop. And it was always back left motor. Every time it was back left motor.
Really? Oh, wow. That's weird.
So, I mean, it was something maybe they were trying to fix that they didn't necessarily tell everybody God's gospel truth on, or they were trying to just put in these type of training wheels to try to make it safer for all the people that actually do go out with chewed up props and fly around.
Right.
I was getting it with perfectly fine props and reverted back, and it disappeared.
Wow.
So like you would change your props and still get the message, and some people would say all they did is change their props and never got the message again. But I don't know.
Right.
And
This is a,
it's weird when my phone rings at the same time while I'm on. I can't answer right now, buddy. I got knocked off here now. I think my phone just knocked me off.
broken.
Is that a broken Xeno 2? What is
There
that?
we
Xeno 1.
Oh, Xeno 1. Okay.
Yeah, the original Xeno. He's mailing it off to me.
Oh, the other eye
to
fell
place a
off.
leg on it.
Hmm.
Crap. Remember I have eyes on my Xeno?
Yeah, your eye fell off.
The other one just fell off. Oops. I'm gonna, when I get it back from you, over the eye that fell off.
Why does he keep calling me? Did somebody trying to
Anyway.
video call me?
So I felt better today because this crash was yesterday. I took my Xeno 2 out today and had a nice flight, and that seems to be doing just great. So I ordered another battery for it, and I'll be flying that for a while.
Nice.
Yeah.
You only have one battery?
Yeah, I just ordered another one. It should be here on Monday.
Oh, okay.
But that was a nice long flight time on that bird.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I was just telling Chris the other day that I flew to Xeno 2. You know my whole story. I'm not going to go over the whole, but
Yeah,
the whole story with the Xeno.
the cable or the
Yeah, the cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good flight. I mean, I was telling Chris it's like a love-hate relationship with that thing. One day you hate the damn thing, and then the next day, I mean, it had a good flight. No FPV dropout, whatever. Like the flight before that, like a few weeks before that, I flew it, and then all of a sudden the FPV went out, and I didn't get it back. But then when I restarted it, when I flew it just like the other day, then I just, I had FPV with no problem. But I don't know. That thing is weird.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I put it in when I got home yesterday after my crash, I put it in the air, the Xeno 2 up in the air in my front yard, just up like 25, 50 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sunny. So when I looked down, I'm like, oh, I can't even see the screen. And I held it up in the shade. I'm like, oh, I don't have any FPV.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Did your camera shut off too when your FPV dropped out?
No. What are you talking about as far as?
It just kept going?
No, I wasn't even recording.
Oh, you weren't? Okay.
No, I wasn't recording. But I think it might. I don't know. I'm thinking that USB micro USB connection in the on the remote it may have to do something with that. I don't know.
Oh, from the cable from the camera to the phone?
From the remote to the phone.
I'm sorry, from the remote to the phone.
Yeah, but the port that's on the remote. I'm thinking it may be because sometimes when that happens,
yeah,
all I do is disconnect the cable and then reconnect it. Maybe getting a better connection.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
It is kind of sketchy, huh? Because I was flying today and I looked down and I saw the last 2-3 letters of when it says disconnected across the screen on your remote.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of does that slow crawl. I saw NED and I'm like, wait, what? But I never lost FPV or controller.
Oh, okay.
I think that just told me it was disconnected. So, but I tend to have my fingers next to the, right over that cable.
Yeah.
And you're constantly moving it around and wiggling it and stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just a bad position for that cable.
Yeah, it is. I think it is because you're constantly, like you said, you have your hand right over it. Actually,
right.
if you using the sticks, doing the thumb, using your thumbs for the sticks, and your hand is right over it.
Right.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you one of the believers in shaving down the little nobules on the cable? You know what I'm talking about?
I know Chris recommended that, but I haven't done it.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I never did it. I took the time to do it. I did have a cable. It's like a bungee cable, the little spiral cables that I can put in there, as well. But the only thing with that is it doesn't lay flat against the remote, like the one that comes with it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It sticks out. So it's even worse than, trying to hold it. The cable kind of sticks out. So it's not that great, but it works. It seems to work better than the original cable that comes with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Yeah. I'm going to try that. Chris, you just held up a cable where you showed.
I just happen to have two in front of me. The nubs. One shaved and one's not.
Okay.
That one's not. Uh-huh. And then that one is.
Okay.
And on the new controller, the Xeno 2, normally I have 2 or 3 laying around. But on that controller, it's actually got indents for it if you'll look inside the side of your controller.
Okay.
The original Xeno and Xeno Pro did not have any type of indent, so these nubs would push the cable back.
Oh.
You weren't making full contact, so that's where it was important. But for the Xeno 2, I still say do it because you can feel it's harder to push it into place because these little nubs here
you got to get it
need to squeeze into the indents in the jack.
Mm-hmm.
And they could be soft on a hot day or something and make it harder to get in or whatever. And I haven't had any problem with it where I need to have those kind of a nubs or anything, so I just cut them all off.
Yeah,
I did have back. A long time ago. Huh?
Hashtag cut the nubs.
Yeah, cut the nubs. But neuter your cable.
Your cable.
Way back with the original Xeno, not really way back, but my very first time I flew that in, there was this one, I don't know if you ever saw it, one waterfall. It's a real narrow waterfall, but when I was there filming, it's got this big old mist of water and everything coming your way like a cloud of water. And I was flying the Xeno up into that, and then that same day I just kept getting disconnect after disconnect and disconnect. And for a while there I was thinking, I got it all wet, something's gone kooky. And it turned out to be cutting that cable nub, neutering my cable.
Okay.
And never had a problem with that ever since. So the only other time I see that as a problem is when somebody's using older devices. They get a lot of disconnect issues.
Okay.
So
heavy quads, he suspects the ports on the controllers might sink in just a little bit after some usage. I thought
that does happen, and they break off the boards. There's some that aren't even really soldered. They're just kind of, the pins are sitting in the in the board, in the motherboard of the controller. And I've worked on a few of them for people, and it's a bitch to solder, let me tell you that. I'm not set up for that. I've got a good soldering iron with a real nice, fairly small tip. And that stuff is so frickin' micro. This thing looks like a giant. Looks like I'm trying to put my finger on it,
Yeah. So that's another Hudson shortcut there. But David Blakeman says he's hopefully you've trimmed off the ridges on your Hudson cables. My bad connections went away after I did. So another endorsement for trimming the nubs. Trim the nubs, guys.
Chad, I think thinks his mic's turned off. I just heard a cuss word.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, please, this is not the channel to worry about that.
No.
There was one person I wanted to get back to. Douglas, if you need something, let me know, but not through video call. The person that, remember I was saying, why does this person keep calling me? It was knocking me off with my headset.
Oh, okay.
he put in a message that it was him.
Okay.
So I've never spoke with him on Messenger before, but he was sending me So I'm sorry, buddy. I blocked you on Messenger. I didn't realize.
Douglas Bush.
I know we're friends on Facebook, but
he'll get back to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't block you. I just turned off notifications from you. So now I got to figure out how to put that back, I guess, because then they disappear after that. It's like, I think I got to go to his actual Facebook account.
So Don's back. Looks like he just got back from back home and got the kids fed. So he's
so great
back in the chat. So you should.
What were you cussing about, Chad?
Yeah, I know. I forgot. I misplaced something. I was like, "Damn!" And now I looked at the screen.
I have to tell the story, and I don't care if this person likes that I tell the story or not. It's a funny story. You've heard it before. I don't care if he minds me telling the story, just because I'm never in contact with these people anymore, and they're not important people, but. I was once upon a time in the very beginning of a certain live show. I was a guest 2 or 3 times, and one time while I was a guest, and we weren't live on the air, but we were all sitting there talking, 3 of us talking like we are right now, and one of them says, and I'm sure half of you can figure out what show I'm talking about. One of them says, "Hey, I gotta use the bathroom, so I'll be right back." He's got this in his ear.
Oh, no.
Have you ever seen what was it, Naked Gun, where he's protecting the Queen?
Yes. Yeah.
When he went to the bathroom?
Uh-huh.
That's exactly what it was. So all you heard was him peeing. And like, So me and the other person were sitting here quietly. Yeah. Me and the other person were sitting there quietly, and both of us could tell. And then finally, I was just like, I called out. I called out the person's name, and I said, "This reminds me of the movie, Naked Gun or whatever it was."
Perfect.
But it would have been hilarious if we were on the air.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Hey, Greg.
So I was nice. I didn't say the guy's name was Ron.
I won't say the name, I'll just give the initials. Ron.
Yeah.
So this is the cord that tell you I was using.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like I bought this from Banggood, and instead of using this one here, I just use this one, but it sticks out. So when you're trying to,
Okay.
I'm using the wrong end. So, but anyway.
Comment.
So as you can see, when you're flying, this is like in the way.
Absolutely.
And it actually make it. It's kind of worse, because if you really put a lot of pressure on it, it'll mess up the port.
You couldn't get that in like a left hand. Or in that case,
right.
Yeah, that would be a left
90-degree angle.
Yeah, 90 degree. Well, this is one, yeah. You probably could, but
the one I use from all my other drones, like I use this one for my FEMI, my DJIs, on my Autel now I use it, and I like it because it's got that angle, but also when it's plugged in. Or when this is, say, plugged into like the bottom of the DJI controller, what I do, so it's not sticking out pointed at me, I give it a twist to where when I plug it in, it forces it to stay behind the controller, away from my hands and all that.
Yeah.
But I love these. These are the, I forgot the brand, but yeah, here it is. The Sky RC brand. I think it is, or Skyreet.
Yeah.
These, a lot of people recommend these, and they go out of stock a lot. So it's a very popular brand. Amazon sells them, but I think they're out of stock right now because I wanted to buy another one. Because I'll take a quad out and forget, oops, I left that in the case of another one. So.
Okay.
Don, are you home safely now? or are you enjoying us on? Oh, he's right down below us. Let's bring him in. I'm sitting here looking. I was looking at the chat, and I'm like, Don's smiling.
Hey, Don.
Hey, Mr. Shiplap.
Yeah, you can see the exposed insulation there, and yeah,
Nice.
it's crazy up here, man.
I have to say, what you kind of know, because I think I commented on one of your videos and said I was going to watch the duck video, but I had a good bit of you guys where I was just watching all these episodes I haven't watched since I've maybe watched probably 2 episodes since my mom passed, because like I told you before, me and she and I used to watch together because she liked your channel along with a couple other homesteaders, and so I hadn't been really watching. I wanted to get caught up, and had your T-shirt on, had a little mountain life, and I was watching all your episodes, and yep. Dude, that is the softest T-shirt. I wasn't exaggerating. Like, I buy all these T-shirts, and that I order from places, and some of them I have stuff put on like this, and the quality is just that kind of stiff T-shirt. It's not real soft. That thing, you put that on.
Oh, that's a nice.
So soft.
Those are my favorite.
The only thing I noticed with that one is it's a little tighter in my guns. Like, my guns are huge.
Guns, you're playing.
But do you notice that? Is yours like a little tighter there than normal T-shirts?
I do notice that.
Yeah, the coat made you stronger.
Exactly.
I actually lost 6 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, I wish it was all in one spot. I did lose a little bit of that, though. Not that I had a huge gut, but that's where, as you get older, that's where it all goes.
So, are you ready for an on-air confession?
What's that?
Are you ready for an on-air confession?
Yes.
On air.
Yeah.
On air.
Yes,
What?
Confession.
Oh, confession.
Chad, did you tell him what I told you a few weeks ago?
You know what? I cannot tell a lie. No. So, yeah, I did. I mentioned
Oh,
it to
is
him.
this? Oh.
I mentioned it to yeah, I told him, but I was like, don't repeat it.
I didn't even say anything to you. Like,
No,
I was
you
just
didn't.
like, yeah.
So for everybody that's watching, not that they really care about me at all, but I'm up on this little mountain in Virginia, and I was flying my Mavic Air 2, and at times it was gusting over 40, easy. And I sent it out like I always do to like the next ridge over, and that's maybe 3,000 feet. And I started to bring it back home, and it couldn't. It was just standing
Wouldn't
still.
too strong?
It was too strong. I tried to reduce the altitude, and it did not help at all. And I got into...
Is there a sport mode on that bird?
Yeah, there's sport mode, and sport mode's 42 miles an hour, and it wasn't enough.
Oh my god.
That's how bad that's how poor of a choice I had made.
Did you try flying sideways or turning it and going in reverse?
Yes.
And that didn't help you.
When I sent it out, it had 100% battery on it. Okay, so I had plenty of time to freak out and be like, "What's going on?" Try different things, and I tried to ditch it in an area where I thought I might be able to find it one day, and there's this little clearing next to a farm pond down at the bottom of the mountain. I haven't been able to go contact the property owner and see if I can retrieve it, but yeah,
it's been sitting in the rain and everything. Then, if it was retrievable,
well, if it's retrievable, I have DJI Care refresh on it.
Okay.
So I don't have
to land it.
The feed cut out right above the tree line. So shit. I know it has to be really close to that clearing. Like if it's not in the clearing, it's within 50 50 to 100 feet of the clearing on all sides. Like it's in that little perimeter.
Mhm.
But one day I'll when I have time, I'll go to contact the property owner. They own thousands of acres, and I can tell that they send equipment back to that clearing and mow it every now and then. So people are going back there. But yeah, and then
this is great, Don, because
That sucks.
this is the second breaking news, like first announcement of your crash on my channel.
yeah,
Second
Like
time.
2 times,
Becoming
2
a habit.
crashes.
Mhm.
You know, and I was quiet. I didn't say anything because you told Chad, and Chad said, you know, don't tell anybody. But for the record, don't ever tell Chad something if you don't want me to know, and vice versa. Because him and I are like almost daily talking like 2 little girls. So gossiping. But when you did the video or the little thing where you showed just a little couple seconds or minutes of you blowing out your gutters, I was gonna be like, with the quad, I wanted so bad. That's when I wanted to say something like, "What the are you doing?" Like a metal siding, metal roof,
I mean, I was
metal
like
gutters.
4 feet above it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Actually, no, I wasn't even 4 feet. No, that's a lot.
actually, yeah, you were a little close.
I was pretty
Not
close.
real close, but you were. I'd say you
And I
got
had to
2,
be
3
in
feet.
sport mode to make it happen, of course. So
So if you guys don't know in the chat, he was cleaning out his house gutters with his drone.
Yeah.
His
I think
map.
it's on the Instagram, but yeah. So later, it was the morning. It
Froze.
was the morning when I lost my quad, and I immediately jumped on Facebook Marketplace and eBay to see if I could find a used quad by itself to replace it. And I was able to find one locally, just the standard kit with the controller and 1 battery. I think I told Chad, I think I paid $650 for it, and it had been flown 3 times total. I saw the plate and everything. So
I do.
didn't have to pay $799 for it, I guess. One
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I was saying I would have never known because he was posting photos and video and everything on Facebook. And I was like, what? Hold on. Didn't you just post something? And
Yep.
it was like,
Well, that's what I was thinking when I saw the things he was posting. I was like, you know, you would never know. Like,
yeah.
he has pulled this off, except for the fact that he told Chad.
I think he because you were responding to my video, I believe. That's why you told me, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yep.
And my
yeah, you talk about the wind.
yeah, the one with the wind. So
you know you can't trust him anymore, but you can trust me because I didn't say anything to anybody else. It stopped with me. But
man,
but truthfully, if you tell me, I'm going to tell Chad. So.
Well, and this is why Chad refuses to come fly his Mini 2 up here because he doesn't want anything to happen to him.
Yeah.
Dude, it was just dumb. I know that you need to understand your wind and your battery, and I just, you know, I'm 1,500 feet up here, so whatever the wind reading is down at ground level is not what it is up here.
Sure.
So it was just dumb, and I paid for it quite literally.
Yeah, you're trying to stop me in, man.
Real quick, just want to say thank you, Maddie. I think that means you might be leaving, but Maddie down under, thank you very much. And
all right, Maddie.
You've been here. He was actually here before I even started, so he's hung out almost 2 hours here, which I said I'll probably only be able to talk for an hour, but actually I'm coughing less and everything right now than I was in the beginning. Oh my God, I was a few minutes late. You should have seen me with Jackie. We were talking. I just was all of a sudden started choking. And she's like, you know. But she was a trooper. I messaged her and said, hey, you want to go on with me? And I was actually kind of nervous. I always get nervous when I go on live. I've always been that way until I get on. But it's never fun going on by yourself.
No. What's going on in the chat?
That's what I was just going to look at.
Mark Sipes. I think Mark Sipes just came in.
A lot of notice, Chad, all the new names.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more new names.
Dunrise. You got Drone Rise Photography. I'm
and
subscribed to
everybody,
his channel.
I can actually, for the first time, say it live. I'm over 10,000 subscribers now.
Nice.
Hey, nice.
I'm
Celebrate with COVID.
Like 10,000. Yeah, this has been, my timing just sucks. Like, the mini and 10,000 subscribers were around the same shit, but I'm at almost at 10,100.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So
yeah, I'll subscribe to 10,101. I just subscribed.
all right. Yeah. No, wait a minute. Really?
Oh man.
Well, hopefully, John, you can find your drone and you can have it for spare parts. How's the injury? The knee? Is it your knee you blew out or something?
Hammy.
Yeah, it ended up being a torn hamstring. I assumed it was my knee because I have horrible luck with my knees. And I got to the ortho. He's like, dude, you tore your hamstring. Like,
Ouch.
He said that's the bruise I give people on purpose when I remove tissue from their hamstring to fix their knee.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, we're finally getting back to work in the house this week and getting this loft. The goal is to have the loft framed out this weekend. But yeah, thanks. It's it's always fun here.
Yeah. Right.
Always. But yeah, I think if I can find that quad, I'm going to do the DJI refresh and then try to sell the one I have now. If I can get to it.
Yeah, get your money back.
Get my money back. And the thing, I was really frustrated because I got the replacement quad right away, but I didn't have my variable ND filter. I had the PGY Tech variable ND.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, did you have it on there when it flew away?
Yep. I had it on it. So then I switched. Then I bought on eBay or Amazon, I forget which one, the Freewell variable ND. And the quality is very similar, but I do like the Freewell a little bit better. So
okay.
Yeah. I fly 100% of the time with the variable ND on all the time.
Oh, you do? Okay.
And whenever the sun is changing, I just fly it back and twist it and go back out.
So do you do the 180 degree, whatever you want to call that thing?
I do and I don't. Sometimes I'm really good about making sure I'm there, and other times I'm just kind of throwing it up and understanding how sunny it is and how much more tint I need to help. I'm not a photographer and I don't claim to be on TV, so I know that it'll help me and I can adjust the settings from there. I need to get better about the 180 degree rule. But for my footage, for my homesteading channel on YouTube, it's plenty good.
Especially if you're filming like the mountains and stuff, it's not too much motion.
Exactly.
So if you're that high up, it's not that much motion. So motion blur really is not going to make a difference at that altitude.
Yeah, it's really
when I go 1,000 feet up, 400 feet up, it's
it's the glare and the sun flares that are
exactly
especially this time of year with the sun being so low. You really got to watch where you're pointing, especially the Xeno 2 today. I noticed that I actually ordered some ND filters for it because you're out there and you can't see on your little screen where there's little flares and stuff because you don't have it exactly pointed in the right direction. I mean, they're nice and dramatic when you're doing like a reveal with an orbit or something, and the sun comes out and blows out your screen, and then you can end your video and be done. But if you're doing like a long dolly shot or something, and there's an annoying orb in the corner, you're like, I didn't see that.
Right. Totally.
Oh, so speaking of sun flares, I think the Mini has a little sun flare.
Is that right?
Too. Yes. Someone pointed it out to me in the DJI forum. He commented on my video. He's like, "Oh yeah, you got that little orange streak in the corner of your video too." And I'm like, "What?" And he had a blown up shot. He posted like a picture of a blown up shot of someone else's video. So it was in the top left-hand corner, and it's just like a little orange streak. It's like it's not that much of a big deal, but now that he told me, I was like, oh yeah, okay. So it's something you probably can crop out. As you guys talk, I'll bring it up and I'll show it to you guys.
Okay.
But yeah, and it's on other people's videos.
I think Clutch
as well.
is commenting. Clutch, this has got to be Clutch. It's not the real J Turd.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, if you look on other people's videos, like other creators out there, it's there. It's in the same spot. And, but I'll let me just bring up my video and I'll show you. But you guys continue to talk.
No, we want to just sit here and stare at you.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah.
Wow, this is going almost 2 hours. I'm gonna let it go to 2 hours just because I'm so happy to have some friends for a change.
You're feeling lonely.
Oh my God! I mean, sitting there every day watching Game of Thrones all over again, which I highly recommend people do. If you're a Game of Thrones fan and you only watched it one time, watch it again because some of it's like watching for the first time all over again. There's a lot of stuff I didn't remember.
You missed. Yeah.
I haven't watched one episode.
And I was not disappointed in the way they ended it, really. Like, a lot of people were disappointed in the way they ended that series, but I wasn't as, like, maybe they could have done it a little better, but when I was first watching the end of that series, I was expecting it to be a complete waste of time to watch, but it was all good.
It sucks you in.
Yeah.
We're into now Lovecraft Country on, I believe it's HBO. Man, that is a...
What is it?
Lovecraft Country.
Never watched it. Never
it's a
heard
series
of
on HBO. It's like takes place back in the like the late 40s, early 50s, and it's very X-Files like. Last night, the one we watched last night was just unbelievable. The special effects, the just incredible. Highly recommend it.
Cool.
Yeah.
You ready?
I have to say something real quick before Chad does that.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Bird, Drone, I'm so happy to see that you regret your poor decisions, but will you please confirm to us that you just recently voted for Joe Biden and the Trump hat was all a scam?
Oops.
All right, go ahead, Chad. Sorry.
See, it's hard to zoom in on this thing. Actually,
Why didn't you just give me your screen to share?
Because I can share my screen here. Well, yeah, you can share.
Doesn't look like you're having a good time with it, does it?
All right, hold tight.
Or I can give you the whole screen or most of the screen this way, I think. No,
I'll share my screen. Do I need to share the audio? No, I don't, right?
Ew, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
It's hard to go.
Let's see here. Let's turn this up. And let's see if I can enlarge it. It's a little slow. Anyway. All right. So I'm going to rewind it back. And it's on a few clips. It's just that it depends on where, like, the camera is pointing.
Did you not really notice it?
I did not notice it, until someone pointed it out. So,
are you pretty diligent in cleaning off your lens before you fly? Make sure there's no smears.
No, I'm not diligent about it.
Because it could be a simple oil smear too. That'll completely deflect and change the way the sun flares are into your lens.
So you can't see. It's kind of. Let me exit out of this window. Because
I love when you get that one person that really studies your video and points something out, and you're like,
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah, I know. You probably can't see it. I will have to blow it up, but it's right here in the corner. You can't see it. Wherever, if you can see my cursor.
So it's just
Yeah, just a little thing. But when he pointed it out, I was like, oh yeah, okay, it's there. And then I looked on other people's videos, other creators, and it was there too.
Now you're aware of it and looking for it.
I mean, it didn't really, because I didn't see it before. I mean, I guess it didn't really affect me.
I spent many a weekends getting drunk in that rock quarry right there.
This one here?
Oh, is that right? Yeah. That's beautiful. Where is that?
That's where we used to go and take our pickup trucks and beer in the back and just go down this dirt road to the quarry and sit there and drink on a Friday or Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
That's in Virginia?
Yep.
Yeah.
Technically on the Fairfax side.
I went to college in Norfolk.
Oh, you did?
At Old Birdie University?
Yeah. On a cheerleading scholarship, believe it or not.
I could not see that.
Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't.
If I think about it hard enough, I can probably remember one of the cheers.
I want to see a cheer.
You want to see a cheer? Okay. I think it goes a little something like this. We don't smoke. We don't drink. Norfolk. Norfolk. Norfolk.
What? Crazy.
Sorry, Chris.
Oh my gosh.
So it wasn't a big deal?
Norfolk.
That is funny.
Yeah, if you say it the way it's technically supposed to be said, it sounds like that, right? It's not Norfolk. It's most Norfolk people say Norfolk, right?
Norfolk.
That was pretty good if you just whipped that up and made that cheer, buddy. I give it a 10. 10. Well, 9 3/4. See, I knew it. Okay, here it is, everybody. Confirmed. Jay Bird, he's a changed man. He voted for Biden. He's no longer a Trump fan. I never thought I'd see that day because he was so diehard Trump. But and I'm not saying anything's wrong either way. But I'm glad that confirmation's out there.
That's how he won Ohio.
Was from Jay Bird's vote.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Your vote counts. Your vote counts.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Thank you, by the way, Gene. When I made the comment about going 2 hours, because I feel like I have friends. He made a comment. Always have friends on YouTube. Except I don't know who half of them are because some of the names, it's like I feel like I need to remember who that person was.
Oh, yeah, Greg. Yeah, speaking of Norfolk, I'm just thinking I was down there like a few weeks ago. No, was it last month, Chris? Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago. I was there downtown Norfolk for a few days. It's nice little pier they got there, or not pier.
Norfolk is a very nice area. I would like to live there. My brother's in Richmond, and I was like I remember thinking when he moved out that way, boy, I'd be heading towards Norfolk versus Richmond, even though Richmond's very nice too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Beautiful state. You got it all here.
It sure is.
Just like the real Jaybird, this Jaybird is like he's getting ready to get muted because he's not leaving any room for anybody to chat if they want to chat. No, I haven't seen Bill the Drone Reviewer's political show, and I seriously doubt that is real. He didn't really do a political show, did he?
He may have.
Yes, he has.
Did he?
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, I think he
Oh, give me a second.
Hello
has,
there,
yeah.
everybody. The squeaky voice. Bill the drone reviewer.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh my god.
Yep.
I
Called
guess if you put it, I think if you put out bad enough content, there's people that love to have like these little watch parties and actually watch your bad content because it's fun, it's entertaining. But he wonders why he has so many thumbs downs, and he doesn't wonder why. He always says that he's got a troll or two that like to give him a bunch of thumbs down on their own different accounts, fake accounts. I really disagree. I guarantee you it's putting out content like political shows. You're going to get a bunch of thumbs down, especially being a drone guy.
Yeah, you don't want to cross that line.
It's not something you want to talk about at all anyhow. Like,
Yeah,
it's the last thing I want to sit here and talk about right now is the politics of left, right, and everything in between. And I've never asked you personally, Chad. You've never asked me who I voted for, and I just don't do that.
Hey, Chad, who did you vote for?
Biden, but I'm not. I can tell you that.
But yeah, because then you get into the whole
But I don't. I wouldn't.
assumptions and conspiracies and everything.
Yeah.
Like the world is going to frickin' end right now, everybody. I mean, the world is coming to an end as we speak, and he's not even in office yet.
Yeah. So.
I like to have a little bit of hope myself. So, anybody want to say what religion they are? While we're on the things we don't talk about. I'm Catholic, by the way.
Standard vanilla Christian.
Huh?
Said standard vanilla Christian.
Yeah.
AME. If
AME.
anyone knows it, yeah, African Methodist Episcopal.
I did not know that. I thought you were talking about the old store Ames.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
No, actually, AME. I was like, oh god, Chad belongs to a cult.
No. What else?
It's called Patriot Talk. I'm gonna have to go watch this. Oh my god.
It's really bad.
That's the name of
Usually
the
only
show?
guy that comments. Usually the only guy that comments on his own videos.
It's really bad, Chris.
Is it really?
So that's his name of his show?
Yep.
So is it on a different YouTube channel or what is it? Or,
And is it unbiased?
He created his second YouTube channel for it. And
This will be his third YouTube channel then.
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah.
Because he's got Bill the Tech Reviewer and then Bill the Drone Reviewer.
Oh.
Yes, where he just talks about stuff he doesn't have.
Yeah, he's just all in the tank for Trump. Like anything Trump says, he's 100% for. And I'm just... You guys know me. You know me. I was posting about Jorgensen election. I think they're both a-holes.
So is his channel called Patriot Talk or is that the video?
Patriot Talk Live, maybe.
I mean, you need to get the link for this thing and put it in the comments for all to enjoy. Let's give him the views. And don't give him thumbs down, guys, because he'll make a video about that.
Maybe he broke down the channel. Oh, found it. 75 subscribers. Patriot Talk. Yep, no lies at the end of it.
Interesting.
Let's go pop some corn and go check that out. Hey, boys, I got to bounce, but great seeing you, everybody.
All right,
Yeah,
Greg.
we should all actually probably end this thing. Going on over 2 hours now.
It's a marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that?
I
This is
mean,
fun.
we can continue talking off air, but should probably. I mean, how many people are even still watching? I haven't been paying attention. This
30.
has been so relaxed.
Yeah, 30.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
I
been
just want to say to all 30, I got 31 on my end. Maybe it's me.
Yeah, 31.
yeah, now it's
Okay.
31. Yeah.
Well, I just want to say to everybody watching, 35 thumbs ups, 0 thumbs down, 31
Nice.
watching now. Love you all. That's awesome that you stuck around for over 2 hours, or right about 2 hours now, since I was a few minutes late. Just shows that you guys are just as lonely as we are, just nothing better to do. No, but everybody, I just really, on a serious note, I want to say thank you everybody for the kind thoughts and prayers and everything. I was never on any end of the dying spectrum, but I definitely was on the scared spectrum
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it
that's
did
scary
really have
stuff,
me
man.
worried. So, you'll never see me from my hospital bed doing live Facebooks and stuff like that. Don't put those things out there to get all the attention and boo-hoos, but it's always so nice when people do give warm-hearted, meaningful comments and messages, and that I can believe are legitimately praying for whatever the situation is.
Who's
So,
this Douglas
thank you.
Bushman guy?
Douglas, why?
No, I was just reading his comment.
Just in. Is there something?
Oh, I didn't notice he was commenting that whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I got peace out. I gotta go get the girls ready for bed.
All right.
Guys,
All right,
Thanks,
man.
guys. Good to see you.
See ya.
Stay safe. Fly well and shave your nubs, man.
Yes. If you want to be like Bob Barker at the end, the Price is Right, and don't forget to neuter your cable.
Do your cable, yeah.
Neuter and spade your cable.
Exactly.
Now, thank you everybody, and
right.
hopefully there'll be more to come. Greg, Chad, stick around if you want to talk
All right.
off air,
Mhm.
and we can all talk about Don now.
All
All right, good night,
All right,
everybody.
All right.
Have
Good
a
night.
good weekend.